Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to be getting you started on your selection tools guided tutorial. Once you get your flower image downloaded and opened in Photopea, we're ready to start. The first thing we are going to do is make sure that we have our layers selected. So in this case, make sure we have our background layer selected. Next, we need to select our quick selection tool. To find that, we're going to go over here in our toolbar, and we're going to notice that our quick selection tool is actually under this object selection tool. So what we can do is we'll find this box here, and we're going to click and hold, and we'll get this menu that pops up, and we can go down to where it says quick selection. Now, your quick selection tool looks like the paintbrush tool, but has these dotted lines around it. You can also get there too by clicking W as in Windle on your keyboard until you notice that we have our quick selection tool here in our toolbar. Once you have your quick selection tool selected, we're ready to get selecting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select just this pink flower here. So what I'm going to do is with my quick selection tool selected, I'm going to click and hold with my mouse inside of this flower, and I'm going to make sure that I have the entire perimeter of this pink flower selected. Now notice how I have part of this bud selected, and I can tell that my section is selected because it has these dotted lines around the outside. And if I want to get rid of this section here of this rosebud, what I'll do is I'll go up here to where it says minus, and then I can just carefully click on the outside of that rosebud, and notice how my dotted line here has moved to the outside of my flower. Now that I have my flower selected, I'm going to go up to my menu bar and I'm going to select filter. I'm going to go down to where it says stylize, and I'm going to select oil paint. Now notice two things. One, I have this oil paint menu bar that had just opened up here. I'm just going to click OK. Next, notice how we've applied a filter to just this one part of the flower. Notice how it hasn't affected any other part of my image except the flower itself, okay? Notice that we also have our dotted lines around the outside here. Now I want to deselect that. To do that, I'm going to hit Control D on my keyboard. And that's how we go about making that selection. So go ahead, take a screen capture of your flower, and that's what you will submit into Schoology.